Hey guys, thanks for tuning in and checking out the little review that I'm about to do on this tiny little F949 RTF Cessna. So why have I gone ahead and bought this little Cessna? Well, two reasons. It's nice and cheap and it's a 3-channel, and I've got some young kids and I thought maybe it's almost time that they're about to start flying, so this I thought was a nice way to get them in. Plus I thought that it would be a really nice match for a nice little micro FPV camera, all in one jobby, and something really simple, fun to just chuck up in the air. And yeah, hopefully it's going to work out, but we'll find out. So why did I go ahead and choose this particular model? Mainly price, really well priced. The other thing I really do like about it is it's a nice, soft, quality EPP foam. So it's going to bounce. It's going to bounce off trees, and if the kids are slamming it to the ground, that's going to be a nice bonus. The other reason I did choose this particular model, it's got a very high dihedral, so it should be quite good at self-stabilizing, even though it's only 3 channels. And the other reason I went for this, as opposed to some of the other micros on the market, is it's about 10 centimeters wider than some of the other micros. Even though it doesn't have a gyro, it doesn't really need a gyro because you don't have ailerons, and it weighs around about 38 grams, so it should be able to take the extra 3.5 grams for the camera without too much dramas. So let's have a look, apart from the plane, what comes in the box. You're going to get your controller, you're going to get a battery charger, which actually has 2 ports, so if you do want to go ahead and order a second battery, you can charge them at the same time. You do have front wheels, a rear wheel, a spare propeller, which is a nice touch, a screwdriver, and a screw, which is what's used for holding the wing to the fuselage. And you do have some of the best Chinese instructions you've never read, so basically totally useless, but you should be able to work it out pretty quick. So what do we do? So let's have a quick look. Okay, so it's time to bind the models. The binding procedure on these models are very simple. Plug the battery in, turn the craft over, and on the inside you'll notice there's a little red flashing light. Once you see the little red flashing light, turn your transmitter on. When it stops beeping, you're bound. So every time you go to turn this on, it's going to need to rebind the controller. So it's a left-hand throttle. The only other function this does have is dual rates. So it's a nice function. So as you're getting used to it, you can dial it up and down as you like. So nice little function. Now let's have a bit of a closer look at the craft itself. Now I must say I was quite surprised when I received this and opened it up the first time, that I really was expecting to see linear servos inside. To actually see proper 1-cell servos, they do have a good throw and they do seem to be quite precise. I was very taken away with that. That was a really nice bonus. Now with the other bonuses, well, I don't know if it's going to be a bonus yet, but if you can see inside here, inside the nose here, you do actually have 3 motors spinning the gear-driven propeller. I've never seen that before in a brush configuration, so I'm quite interested to see what that's going to do for longevity of the brushed motors, whether that's going to be a more torquey setup, whether that's going to be more efficient, maybe we're going to get crazy long run times out of this. I've not seen that before in one of these little brush setups, so again, something that's a nice cool little feature. One of the other really nice features of something this scale is they've actually included adjustable turnbuckles. So if you do find that the plane doesn't fly the way you want, it tilts to the left or the right, or it does anything that it shouldn't do, you can actually go back and adjust that mechanically. So again, really great little thought out kit, so very happy with that so far. One of the other things I'm quite happy with so far with this setup is this little screen on the controller. It's a good little bit of information. It's for someone that's not really used to flying models, having this little screen on here to tell you which surface should be moving and which direction they're moving in. That's a nice little feature. So I think people are going to be able to get some really good use out of that. The other thing is it will show you is also the percentage of change you're getting on your servos. So if you go to the low rates, it's going to go from 20 to 80%. On high rates, it's going to go from 0 to 100. So a really nice little feature. It's telling us what mode we're in, telling us what the battery state is of the transmitter, telling us the health of the receiver. I don't think it's got two-way communication. I'd be very, very surprised if it does. And the only other thing it does do is when you actually run the throttle up, it tells you that there should be flashing, and it tells you you're actually running the throttle. So, nice little feature, something different. So hopefully this all goes well. About to go out and have its first fly. I'll report on it when I get back. Thanks for watching. Alright, so just got back from my first flight on the new plane, and to be honest, I really couldn't be any happier. I'm really surprised at the flight characteristics of this little bird. It really does an excellent job for what you get. Don't expect to do loops and barrel rolls. Yeah, okay, I did a handful of loops, but you've really got to dive, catch the momentum, and then sort of use that to get you over. It is a little underpowered. I'll be brutally honest, it is a little underpowered. I'll probably be looking at maybe trying to upgrade the propeller in the coming months or days or whatever I decide to play with this thing. But I think for what you get, really great. Didn't have any issues with range or launching it or anything. It just took straight off out of my hand, straight up into the sky. It did take a little while to catch a little bit of height before I started feeling comfortable doing some things. But I got 18-minute flight time, and I don't know if this thing's got a low voltage cutoff. The instructions are worth nothing. So I don't know if this has got a low voltage cutoff, so I didn't just want to go ahead and totally destroy the LiPo on the first flight. But I did 18 minutes in the air, and when I landed it, I got home, I tested the battery, and I was at 3.7 volts. So I probably could have flown for quite a lot longer, so that's not going to damage the battery at all. That's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to spending some more time with this little plane, and then going ahead and mounting my little camera and giving that a go and seeing how it goes. So yeah, definitely don't hesitate on buying this one. This is a great little bird. So thanks for tuning in, and talk to you again soon.